And so, welcome to Perfect Timing, the only movie podcast where we only talk about movies, and we are the only ones who talk about movies.
That is very true.
Yes. And tonight, we are talking about this past year, 2025, because it was an interesting movie year. And I personally saw more movies this year than I ever have. Like, I had that as a mission, and I achieved it. And I was really happy because, like, I got to see a lot of, like, breadth.
How many movies did you watch, Rick?
I watched 55 new releases, which, compared to other people, like, it's not that good. But I think that was really good. Anyway, my name is Rick.
I am world-class Las Vegas magician Jeffrey Paul.
I'm Greg Orange. I watched only 38 movies, I think.
And then, Jeff,
Give or
how many
take.
movies did you watch this year?
I watched like 100 movies, but only
New
25 of them came out. Hey, 25 movies
For
that came out
2025?
in 2025.
That's perfect.
This year I'll try to do 26.
Nice. Hey, there you go.
And
That's good, actually.
And as always, my address is
It's funny that you say it every time, and yet when I look up, when I like Google your address, like in maps, I just type in the McDonald's near you because your address like washes over me and I don't actually remember it.
Spoilers.
Oh yeah, there's a McDonald's near your house.
Yeah, that gives it away.
Yeah.
But his address washes over you like a good poem.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a good movie, perhaps.
So,
But this podcast isn't about movies, it's about poems.
no, okay, shut up. So,
I will not.
we are going to be talking about the best movies of 2025.
Top 10.
Top 10, and it's going to be a collaborative draft. But the way we say collaborative, we kind of mean the least collaborative way possible.
Yeah, my goal is to win the draft.
My goal is to lose the draft in spectacular fashion.
So at the end of this, we're going to have a collective top 10. And how we're going to do this is going to be very different than I think any other like draft or pick order is going to be. Because
Chance.
every time it's someone's pick, we're going to randomize whose pick it is. And we're going to do this with a deck of cards. So, I'm Spades.
I'm clubs.
And you're...
Hearts. Well, I guess that's not really relevant.
No, I also just like to say it out loud so I remember it
Oh,
so when
sure.
we do this.
Yeah.
And so if you pick yours, then you get to choose. So it might be Spades is 10, and then Spades is 9, and then Hearts is 8, and then Hearts is 7, and
But
Spades is...
But
like,
what's
you just...
interesting about it to me is that, like, each pick that you do get could be your last. So you have to, like, you know, take that into account with your...
But I also think that the deck of cards means that each time that person's picked, they're slightly less likely to be picked
Yeah,
again.
it's unlikely that someone will get all 10 picks,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
But in order to like somewhat have control over this train wreck of a draft, which I'm already predicting a train wreck,
For sure.
is that each person gets 2 vetoes. And if you veto someone's pick, and then you just draw another card, it could be that same person again, it could be a different person. And if the person is vetoed, then they can never pick that movie again, but other people could pick that movie. So it could go, I could veto yours because I'm going to pick it higher, or I could veto it to get it off the list entirely. Does that make sense to our
Yeah.
drafters?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Overall, just I liked this movie year. I thought it was really interesting. I think it's not as great as some others. Like the highest of highs weren't there, but I'm happy I got to see a lot of different movies, and that's my feeling about this year. Do you have a feeling about this year?
I got to see most of the movies I wanted to see. I think we are living in a very awkward time right now where it used to be that you could just go rent movies, but now, and I mean, I guess you still can, but the movies that I watched were to a huge extent determined by which streaming services I had access to at a given time.
That's fair.
And that's just awkward to me historically. That doesn't really correspond with any like previous part of history.
I mean, there's still movie theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still movie theaters, but I mean,
But overall, did you like what you saw this year?
could have been better, honestly. I thought it was kind of a weak year for movies, but not terrible.
All
I
right,
don't have
Greg.
the list of movies that I watched last year on hand, but looking at the list of movies that I watched this year, it feels like they're instant improvement from last year, I would say. I feel like I would go with this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so
I might agree with that. I think the last however many years have been pretty weak for
Like, this
movies.
might be the best year since, like, maybe, like, 2019 or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I might agree with that.
well, because famously, 2019 had one of the worst movies of all time, Parasite.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think it's one of the worst. I think it's one of the most overrated movies of all time.
We could just move. All right,
let's talk.
I like
let's,
how
let's,
Rick
let's
brings this up and is, like, immediately like, let's move past it.
Yeah, that's an interesting move.
Yeah, that just seems like poor strategy.
exactly. Well, I'm gonna flip the top card of the deck, and it is clubs.
Hey, that's me.
So Jeff is in the club.
All right.
What's the number 10 pick?
What is the
So-
number 10 pick?
And we each got 2 vetoes, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't know if you said
So
that.
I've got a movie here that I was probably only going to pick if I got pick number 10.
Perfect.
It's a movie I had never heard of, but I watched it over the holidays and I quite enjoyed it.
I have my veto ready.
It's called Mountainhead. Have either of you heard or seen it?
Oh, is that like the CEOs on like a cabin trip or something?
Yeah, pretty much. It was written and directed by the guy who did the show Succession.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Which
I've never even heard of the movie. Okay.
I had never heard of it either. And Succession has long been on my list of shows to eventually check out.
It's a great show.
I've never seen it. But I was like, oh, the creator of Succession, he made this movie, in less than 2 hours. I could just kind of see if I have a taste for this
He made it in
guy's-
less than 2 hours.
Yeah, he made it in real time. He wrote,
but okay. Tell us.
cast, directed it, edited, all in a 2-hour window.
Wonderful. Okay. What is the movie about? Like, what is it?
It is about I'm going to say 4 billionaires, even though one of them in the movie is technically not a billionaire. They're 4 friends who spend the weekend at this, like, multi-million-dollar, basically, like, cabin, I think in Colorado, maybe, that one of them had built, just on, like, a rocky cliff or whatever. Typical millionaire dwelling. And it's these 4 tech moguls who are old friends, and they're spending the weekend together while the world is devolving into a global crisis based on a new product that one of them released that it has very reckless use of AI.
This seems too far-fetched. I don't know if I would like this movie. It doesn't seem in tune with reality at all.
And why do you want it to be in the top 10?
Yeah.
Because I had never heard of it, and I quite enjoyed it. It was it's easily in my personal top 10 of the year, and I think that part of the point of a list like this would just be to recommend movies that maybe people have never heard of. And like it wasn't amazing or anything, but I enjoyed it all the way through. I thought it was pretty smart. It was pretty stylish. It was pretty fun. I just had I had a fun time just spending a couple of hours with these characters and kind of seeing how they think, seeing how to varying degrees how irresponsible and maybe like narcissistic, sociopathic.
Right.
They
Well,
were.
I think I've decided I'm vetoing it.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
Hey, I got to,
I was
I
gonna
got
say
to
we should
talk
go in
about
order.
it. That's
Yeah.
the main thing that matters.
And that's kind of why I think both of us let you talk about it, because we
Yeah.
knew we were going to veto it. And
Well,
so
I was
the
on
veto,
the fence.
the vetoing thing is like I was going to say you get the first option of veto, then me. We should do that in clockwise order,
Sure.
just to whatever. But okay.
So
The veto.
anyway, Jeff Paul recommends the movie Mountainhead. Check it out.
I mean,
Greg, I have to ask, did you veto it based on, like, low ratings? Did you look it up while I was talking?
I guess that was part of it, but also,
I hate that you care so much about what other people think.
I mean, I don't know. I do feel bad because, like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's alright. I just feel like I didn't really want it to be on the list at the end of the day.
so I mean, you can cut it or whatever.
I guess really the deciding factor was
just hold on
for
to
me
it.
was there was a lot of other movies that I want to get on the list.
Yeah.
And that was basically,
Okay, so that's part of the strategy is
Yeah.
Like,
if
by
you
vetoing it, you're
veto
more
someone,
likely to
you
get
might get more of your movies.
yeah, exactly.
So-
Yeah. I mean, I
But we
also
only get 2 vetoes each, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And then so we should, regardless of who gets the next pick, we should pass the deck around so it's your
Yep.
flip up. So
So
Jeff,
and then you can cut the deck if you want. So I just cut the deck, and now I'm gonna flip it. So we don't have any movies on our list so far, and it's a spade. Rick, that's you.
me. All right. So I'm gonna pick a movie that I know both of you guys haven't seen, and I feel like a lot of people. I think it's an underwatched movie, but I'm gonna pick Warfare.
Never heard of it.
It's a movie by Alex Garland and I guess
Oh.
Ray Mendoza, and it's a true story about them. For exactly what it is, it's a Middle Eastern, like they're in Iraq or Afghanistan, and it was this one operation where they had to go in and rescue this like pinned down group of soldiers. The actual story doesn't really matter because it just kind of takes place over an hour and a half of soldiers in war, and it is one of the most visceral things I have watched in a long time because you are just there in combat and you just feel like these people are, setting up, and then there's an explosion, and then everything rattles, and then for the next 2 minutes, just it's like ear-piercing, like high noise, and just like shaking you.
It was a
And-
movie with a lot of high-pitched sounds.
Yeah,
And I like movies with ear piercing.
yeah.
You got your ears pierced, or the characters got their ears pierced.
It was just a movie that just made you feel like you were part of the action for an hour and a half. I was talking with someone recently that compared it to Zone of Interest in the sense that you're like, I don't like being here in this movie. And
Sounds great.
exactly, because it's so effective. And I watched it on my own at like a local theater, and I walked home, and then halfway through walking home, I literally just sat down and started crying
Aww.
because it was just so emotionally like evocative and just like nerve-wracking for me. And movies, like the fact that movies can do that still is super impressive to me, and I can't stop thinking about this movie, even though it was like it came out in the spring and I don't really hear people talking about it anymore, so I want to mention this and how like impactful it was for me.
Well, yeah, super impactful for you because, like, I didn't know that that's why you got your ears pierced.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I'm not gonna veto it. I've never heard of it, and
But Alex Garland.
Yeah, mostly from Ex Machina.
Yep.
I love that movie.
I mean, I would consider vetoing it, but it seems like fine enough, and I don't want to waste the other one right away. So
Yeah. I mean, and that's why again, this was my again I throw it in there 10th. It's at least like you've heard of Alex Garland. People have heard. It doesn't matter if people have heard of it or not. I just need to get this one in there because it it shook
I mean,
my
it does
bones.
feel like you made a better case for the movie at the very least. Even though I
Yeah.
haven't seen either, so you seem passionate
I also
about
really don't like Will Poulter, the eyebrows kid,
I
and
think
he
he's
was in this
nice.
movie, and I was like, wow, that's an amazing actor, because halfway through I forgot it was him, and I was like, because he's the captain of the squad, and by the end of it I was like, I trust this guy with my life. Whatever he says, I'll do that. Captain, I'll follow you, because you're just like, I need something to follow.
So I should have mentioned that after I saw Mountainhead, I sobbed for like an hour while getting my dick pierced.
Ah, there you go.
Well,
Yes.
you should have said that while you
Yeah,
had the chance.
Yeah.
too bad.
Rookie mistake.
All right, Greg,
Alright,
pull the
time
next
to flip
card.
a card. Ooh, it's a Greg pick.
Perfect.
A heart.
A heart, yes. The heart wants what the heart wants. Alright, for number 9, I think I want to get, a fun one on there. I'm going to go with Zootopia 2.
I haven't heard of it. Have you heard of Zootopia 2?
No.
Okay, so tell us about it a little bit.
Yes, no one has heard of it. It's the major Disney animated movie of the year, a sequel to the 2016 movie Zootopia. Very, very popular in like China or whatever, I think. Anyway, but I thought the first one was a good time, and I thought the second one was an even better time. It kind of improved on some of the shortcomings of the first movie, like where like the people say that like the race metaphor and whatnot was kind of convoluted, and I don't know. But I feel like this movie was just more fun. It has, as far as animated movies go, had a lot of fun visual gags, a lot of fun characters. It's a nice kind of like buddy cop ride. Although this one's kind of less of a cop movie, more just like an adventure movie. And just had a good time at the movie. Yes.
I liked it less than the first one, but I also still liked it because it did a similar thing as the first one of you want more world building, and it did more world building, and it's fun. We got to see the like little amphibian land, which is really fun.
And the world is cool, and like it feels like it's a well thought out.
Yeah.
Which is always fun. And also, it's a very nice looking movie too. Like the backgrounds in the city looks very nice, and
I was just hung up the
makes
whole
you wanna
time
go there.
that Judy Hopps was being very self-centered, and I was really upset with her the whole time.
Yeah, she has a go-getter attitude.
Nah, she was annoying.
No.
But I'm not going to veto it.
Rick,
I think
Rick,
it's fine.
you were ranting for like an hour about what a bitch she is.
I was.
And I haven't even heard of the movie, so I can't really weigh in.
Okay, but I'm not going to veto. Are you going to veto Zootopia 2?
No, I'm assuming you guys are going to pick a bunch of movies that I actively hated, so I'm saving my vetoes for those.
You're saving for, like,
Did
pick
you watch
one.
Zootopia 2 or no?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
You would like it fine. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, aside from
I mean, it's like a
that,
fun animated
Judy
movie. Like,
bitch.
I don't know. I feel like it's
Judy
it's
Hopps is her
solid.
name.
yeah, Judy Hopps. If she's even half as bad as Rick says, then I'm gonna smash something. I'm gonna get so pissed.
All right. The next pick is... We had a clean 3 so far.
Yeah,
And now back to
Ooh.
Greg.
another great pick.
This
This randomness is...
I like it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's already
For some
artistic.
reason, I had planned out my first pick, and hadn't planned out what my second pick would be.
I mean, it's impossible to plan anything with this. I have a general strategy.
Yeah, I just didn't have
Same.
a next one in the tank, I guess. But I kind of want to do. I kind of want to go with let's go with 28 Years Later. Yeah, I feel like that seems like a reasonable
All
spot.
right, talk about it.
it's a very pretty movie. Obviously, it's a sequel to 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later, but not 28 Months Later. That's a whole different thing.
Unrelated movie. It's a porno.
Yeah. And,
But what about 128 hours later? I know
Yeah.
it's 27 hours.
It's
Not
kind of
what
like...
it was called.
It is just like a zombie movie, but it's kind of more like almost like a zombie adventure, kind of like coming of age story about, you know, a kid sort of finding his way in the world and, you know, becoming a man and all that, and just like I don't know, it's very the British countryside is very nice to look at. The zombies have huge swinging hogs.
They do have huge swinging hogs. Okay, wait, have you seen this movie yet?
No, but I've heard about the huge swinging hogs. So I was hoping it would be higher than number 8.
Well, okay, keep talking about it. Unless...
Let's see. I mean...
Well, if you're done, well,
I guess
I just wanted to say,
planned, but
I just wanted to
sounds like
say,
you have
I was
something.
thinking about vetoing it because I want it higher, but I guess I'm okay with it here because I want it to be on the list. I think it is the best of the 28 series.
Okay.
I mean, again, we talked about this at a previous. I brought this up on the zombie movie draft. And I said, like, you picked 28 Days Later, and I picked 28 Years Later as the better zombie movie. And I think it does something that a lot of zombie movies don't do, which is, what about, like, post zombies? Zombie movies are all about, like, when the infection happens and then it spreads. But I'm curious, like, okay, now how has the world changed? And I think it is the first movie I saw that did it really well. And the Bone Temple is coming out in like a couple weeks, and I'm so excited to watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like the movie.
Yeah, I guess I kind of do agree that it could potentially be a little bit higher, even though I picked it. But it did feel like a movie that, like I said, I wanted to get on there, and
8 feels perfect for it.
yeah, I feel like it's a good enough spot.
Yep. And I picked that for Greg.
Yep.
So the only veto so far has been that Greg vetoed Jeff. Yeah.
More importantly, he vetoed the movie Mountainhead. Check it out on HBO Max.
Mountainhead.
Maybe I will after this. You know, why not?
You're gonna curse your lucky stars that it wasn't on our list, and it could have been.
We're all gonna watch it and then all gonna cry so hard afterwards.
Whilst getting our dicks pierced.
Right, yes.
Because I've got room for a second dick piercing, you see.
Oh.
Alright. So, before we move on, I just want to say that 127 Hours should have a sequel called 128 Hours Later. That was, what you said was amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, the next pick goes to me.
Ah, nice.
Alright. So, we're at number 7 now?
Yep. Number 7.
Number 7. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, if I get the next pick, then I'll do this. But if it takes a little bit... This is hard.
This is hard. Alright. I'm going to go with a movie that I just saw that I loved. It's one of my favorite comedies.
You love your recency bias.
Alright.
Go on.
I'm looking at movies that I gave 4 stars or more to.
Yeah.
And there weren't that many. This was my favorite comedy of the year, despite the fact that I, just saw it. Recency bias is very much a thing, and I went out of my way not to...
Yeah. Just,
Well, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really
either
matter.
way.
Well, I was accused of loving my recency bias. So most of the movies I saw that came out in 2025, I saw in the last couple of weeks. So
Yeah.
most of them are going to be recent.
that does make sense.
This is a comedy called Playdate, which I am a firm believer that comedies, they should just optimize for laughs. I don't really care about the story. I don't care if it's believable. I care if it's funny.
Yeah.
And I thought Playdate was hilarious. It was insane.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure.
Especially because I haven't heard of it at all.
Okay.
I haven't heard of it either.
I think it came out in November, maybe, on Prime Video. It stars Kevin James and a guy who I think is named Alan Richman. He plays the lead in the show Reacher. He's like this huge, handsome guy.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing him here.
And I had
No, I was like, he's looking up. I was like, do you want me to look this up as you...
I had
Just go on.
I had never seen Alan Richman in anything other than Reacher, which is like a very earnest show.
Yeah.
And this dude can do comedy. He was so funny.
Kevin James?
No, Alan
Because he
Rich-
can't do comedy.
Well, he can't, but that's part of what was charming about it. Was that you've got this huge, handsome guy who's funny as hell, and then you've got the very serious, classically trained dramatist Kevin James.
Yeah, yeah.
As the perfect yin and yang. It was. It's a movie. It's like an action comedy about this guy played by Alan. Now I'm forgetting what I said his name was.
Richman?
Richman.
There's also an Alan Tudyk in this movie. That's
Yeah, there were
funny.
lots of Allens. At some point, they were putting together IKEA furniture with Allen wrenches.
Nice.
Yeah, it was just an Allen fest.
Oh, yeah,
from
just
top
straight
to
up Jack
bottom.
Reacher. Yeah. The guy who's like 8 feet tall.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and he was so funny in it. Like, for me to
Richson.
Richson? Alright. That was the other thing I thought it might have been. I wasn't sure. I looked it up the other day for the sake of this podcast, and I got it pretty close.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's an action comedy of, these guys, essentially, they're just on the run from bad guys. There's tons of, like, fighting, tons of absurdity. I thought the editing was insane in the best possible way.
Nice.
Good use of
Editing
stuff.
is huge in comedy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Especially in action comedy.
Yes. They can really fuck it up.
Yeah, and the editing was so good. I loved it from start to finish. It was funny. It was absurd. It was kind of nicely emotional in the parts where it should be. I just felt like everything worked. I considered giving it 5 stars. But
Oh, really?
yeah, just because I was like, this is a movie that I could watch repeatedly, and I don't think I would ever get tired of it. Just a good comedy from top to bottom. So that's my pick, is Playdate.
Can never have enough Kevin James. Everyone's always
Great.
So
What do you
in the
think?
pocket
Vito
for-
or leave it there?
I think the only other Kevin James movie that I actively like is Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. For what it's worth.
Wonderful.
Interesting. I guess. I mean, I guess I'll save my veto. And plus, I already vetoed Jeff once, so.
I also kind of want to veto this. Especially because I shouldn't... Like, I kind of came into this thinking, like, I have seen more movies, like, almost double the amount of movies that Jeff has seen this year. And you've already said 2 that I haven't seen. And I don't want to just veto because I haven't seen them. And so this one, I'll let that stay there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's big of you.
I'll let it stay. It sounds... Action comedy with Kevin James sounds
I mean,
dumb.
it does sound terrible,
But-
to be very honest.
Don't put too much weight on the Kevin James thing. Like, he's not an important part of the movie.
Also, it does have a 23% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, I
but
didn't
that's
see
neither
that.
here nor there.
Yeah, that
I didn't want to look that up.
people don't know anything.
Okay,
That's fun.
just so the audience knows.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
feel like that's just for the ether, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
all right,
if anything,
Greg.
it should be higher on the list.
Am I picking a card now?
Yep.
Alright. This looks like Rick.
Yay!
Nice.
I like when I'm picked. All right. Yeah, I think I was gonna put this.
What number are we at now? Like
We're at 6.
6?
Oh,
Okay.
flying through the top 10.
I mean, there's a lot of good movies. I'm gonna pick one. I'm so all over the place. I have so many 4-star movies.
We'll just pick the higher star movies then.
This might be your last pick.
It might be.
Go to the.
I'm kind of
4.5
okay
and
with
above or whatever.
other. No, I'll pick this one. Okay, I'll pick another very me pick that I want, that I imagine might be redone. But my pick is the movie Together. Together by Michael Shanks.
Oh, you mean Michael Che?
Starring Dave Franco and Alison Brie, who are married in real life. And it is a sultry romance movie, but then it slowly turns into a horror movie.
Oh.
Have you not seen this movie?
No, I
You
haven't.
haven't heard of it? I
think I've heard of it.
I have a poster of it around here somewhere. It used to be on my wall up here. But the premise of the movie is that they move into this place that near them there's this weird cave that has weird cave shit, and they go into it, and then slowly they realize that every time they touch each other they accidentally start like sticking to each other. And when they're apart they just like have more and more like thoughts and dreams about like, I need to be near this person. And it's obviously an allegory for like a start of a relationship that you just like need to be with somebody, and how like codependency works. And I like that part about it, but then it's also a lot more about body horror, and it's awesome. Because they just like at some points they like physically try to like keep themselves separate, and their body just like starts moving towards each other, and then they just like touch legs, and their legs just start fusing together and becoming one with each other. And I mean, I can't really say too much about the plot, because that's kind of just all the plot is. It's just a lot of like very like well shown, like the effects are really nice, the way it's shot is really nice, and the acting is awesome, because I love Dave Franco and Alison Brie, and they're actually married in real life, so they can actually show like themselves like being romantic with each other, and also being like, I cannot pull you away from me.
They can actually show the balls deep penetration.
Exactly, yes.
Legally,
There was
they
a
can...
lot of that.
There was a lot of that.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, I did see it. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't like it as much as Rick, but
It's exactly... Nobody is going to like it as much as me. It is just exactly the Rick kind of movie.
That's
I love
what
body
you want
horror.
to say to get it on the list.
like it wouldn't.
I don't... And that's why, if you veto it, that's fine. I don't care.
I'm not
going
going to veto it.
I thought it was awesome.
Like I don't think it would make my personal top 10, but it might make like the top, like, let's see, how many movies did I watch? Definitely top half at least.
Okay.
I also just think it's like...
Yeah.
I like how we're getting more into this, like... this body horror renaissance now.
Oh, yeah.
And it just makes me feel happy, especially because like Substance, I watched that and I was like, oh, I think I like this body horror thing. And then it got me to watch older body horror, which like Greg knew all about, and he showed me a lot more of like Videodrome and Reanimator, which is a movie that Jeff hates.
I love Reanimator.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my pick for 6, because it's just so weird, and I like just the weirdness of it being in there.
I think the remake is probably going to be on our top 10 list of 2026. I don't know if you guys heard this. They're doing a remake of Together with animals, which is going to be animated, and it's called Zoogether. Comes out, I think, this summer.
That's a
Alright.
perfect joke.
Thank you.
Alright,
Alright.
So-
let's take that.
So, no notes on that joke. We're gonna keep
No,
it
no,
going.
no notes.
All right.
And I think that was...
Yeah, it's your turn to.
We only have one veto so far. Now it's getting to the point that some people's important movies are going to be vetoed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saving mine for.
In the club.
Clubs. All right, it's me
with
again.
Jeff.
All right.
This has
So,
been less
this is what-
random than it...
This is what, number 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 5. All right.
I thought mine was going to get vetoed.
Another
for sure,
Kevin
but-
James movie.
I don't know why your takeaway is that I'm a Kevin James super fan, but
Well, you've
as
got
you
more
said-
Kevin James movies on your list than either of us, I assume.
as you said earlier, though, the heart wants what the heart wants. And if that's how you want to think of me, I'm all for it. Number 5, huh? Oh, Rick, you're showing me his poster of that. Is that an eyeball?
Yes.
Wait, is it 2 eyeballs?
Yes, their eyelashes are becoming attached.
Oh, interesting. Number 5. So 2 of my movies that I. Oh wait, we're in the top 5. It's reasonable to assume that I'm only going to get 2 more picks. Because I'm probably not going to get 3 picks in the. I mean, I could get 3 picks in the top 5, but I'm not going to assume that. But if I pick one of my top 2 movies, it might get vetoed because you think number 5 is too low. Damn it.
I don't think that's gonna happen at this point, so I wouldn't
Okay.
worry about that.
Okay. Well, I want both of my other movies to be like in the top 4. I don't know if that's realistic though. Maybe I'll just.
You really need to pick your favorite movies now. Don't
All right.
stop trying to think
So
of
if I've got 2 favorite movies, I should just pick one of them right now.
I think that's what we've learned
All right.
from doing these
All right.
ranks.
All right. At number 5, then this feels low for number 5, but at number 5, I'm gonna go Wake Up Dead Man.
I was thinking you're going to do that as one of your top ones.
Yeah, I want it to be higher, but I can't get greedy. I can't assume I'm gonna get 3 picks in the top 5.
Don't get greedy.
So, all right, I'm going Wake Up Dead Man.
All right, talk about it.
Probably everyone knows it's the 3rd movie in the Knives Out series. It was my favorite of the 3 so far. I went into it not knowing anything. I mean, except for obviously that Benoit Blanc was going to be in it.
Oh, Benoit Blanc.
Exactly, he's in the room. Did you just hear him, Rick?
Yeah.
Like he just.
Oh,
chimed
what?
in.
Oh, what? Oh, Benoit, come on.
You missed it.
Ah.
Good old Benoit.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have mentioned at the top of the podcast that he's here with us tonight. It was just a good movie. I don't really want to spoil too much about it. It was, I thought, just a smart, fun mystery that actually... I guess if I'm being honest, I don't remember the first one terribly well. But compared with the second one, I thought this one seemed more clever. And it also just seemed kind of more emotionally satisfying, I guess. I just thought it was really good. I considered giving it 5 stars. I ended up giving it 4 because I would rather, if I end up changing my rating later, I would prefer to increase it later as opposed to decreasing it. So I gave it 4 stars. I don't do half stars, but I considered giving it 5. And I know that you guys both saw it too, so feel free to chime in.
I also have it. It's in my top 5, so I feel like feels like a good spot. And I really enjoyed the mystery. I thought it was fun and kept me guessing throughout. And yeah, I thought the characters were. I mean, there's obviously kind of a little bit caricature-ish. I don't know, but I thought I liked them more than the Glass Onion characters. They felt a little bit more, like real people to me. I guess. I don't. I mean, I didn't. I like kind of like. I like Glass Onion too. Just not, I think I like Wake Up Dead Man more. I just thought the mystery. I mean, given I think the big thing with these Knives Out movies is the mystery, and this one might have been the coolest mystery of the three.
I think it was the mystery was. Yeah, I feel like I had more subversions than anything else.
Yeah. I felt like they had enough clues where maybe you could potentially figure it out, but also, like, it still was, like, kept me wondering, and,
So, now that we're in, like, the top 5, I want to, like, talk a little bit more about these movies and, like, reflect on them. Because, like, I also really liked it. I thought Glass Onion I liked it better. I think, like, this might be a better movie because it had more to say. Did you guys feel like the religious side of it was an interesting part? Because this movie, I think, was one of the ones that it wasn't just a mystery; it was like about something way bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the Blanc side of like the religion sort of question, I guess. But I thought it was interesting how they were like, like the bad religious characters, but then there was like more reasonable religious characters too. So it wasn't. They had, like, it could have been, like, very, like, one-sided, and even though I'm not religious myself, I thought, it felt like it handled it fairly well to me, like, there was a mix of perspectives.
I thought so, too. As our resident Christian, I thought they did a good job of having... some characters who represent the corrupt side of Christianity. They had characters who represent, I think, the good, like, more accurate, like, the Christ-like side of Christianity, as it should be.
What?
Why is that funny?
As it should be, because the Christ-like is not Christianity, usually.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's, I think, the most widespread and valid complaint of Christianity is that Christians are so often not Christ-like at all.
Yeah, I do think, I guess maybe this is a mild spoiler, but I do like how Benoit Blanc at the end is like, the guy is like, oh, do you want to come to church maybe at some point? And Benoit Blanc is like, not even a little bit.
Basically,
there was something, like, I would... least likely thing I would ever do.
Yeah, it was basically like that's the last thing I would do.
Like, thanks, but no thanks.
And again, as our resident Christian, I loved that because it felt true to his character.
Yes.
And I was thinking during the movie, it's gonna seem preachy and off-putting, like if Benoit Blanc like becomes a Christian or something.
Oh no, he would never do that.
It didn't really seem like that was in the cards for him.
Yeah, so I thought that was nice, but it was also nice that there were certain aspects of Christianity where Benoit Blanc kind of did see the light,
well, because at the very end grace, he did the most like Christian thing.
Yeah,
I mean, not to say.
I was a bit surprised, at least maybe for me, about how like I guess reasonable like the main sort of like Christian guy was.
Josh O'Connor, which for some reason is 11th on this list. When I he's the main character.
He should be number 1.
He was really good in the movie.
I thought so too.
He was interesting, and like even though like I don't really agree and would never like be a priest or whatever, I was still like he's trying his best out there. That's good for him, I guess.
Yeah, I think it was a really good movie, and I think it. I mean, it was a little heavy-handed, but our world is too heavy-handed right now.
Preach.
Yeah, honestly, like, given how...
That's a good joke.
Thanks.
Yeah, given how, like, real people seem to be these days, the characters in the movie are kind of tame by comparison.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right, Greg, deck's in front of you.
Oh, right. Alright, well that's good. Finally one that I might have also picked. Oh, Jeff again.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I should have chosen differently.
Don't worry, we saved up our vetoes.
Yeah.
So, only one veto has been used so far, right?
Exactly.
So we're at number 4?
We're at number 4.
I don't know if I can justify...
It also kind of fits because this is your 4th pick. And one of them has been vetoed. So, and then each of us have only had 2 picks. So
I already have 3 on the list.
No, you have 2 on the list because one was vetoed.
Oh, I thought you said... Oh, this is my 4th pick.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
So we're already correcting the fact that the deck thinks you're worthy of more picks.
The Jeff thinks that all, or the deck thinks that all Jeff's picks should be on the list.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, now I wish I would have kind of picked differently, because...
Nah, come on. Have some overlap with those. No, Wake Up Deadland was a good pick.
So I've got a movie that by far was my favorite movie of the year, and I don't think I want to put it at number 4.
Well, do what you feel.
Do what you feel. I know what you're going to say, and I think 4 is a perfect spot for it.
Do you really think 4 is a perfect spot?
I think 4 is the absolute perfect spot for this movie.
Do you think higher than 4 would be too high?
I think higher than 4 would be too high.
All
4
right.
is exactly perfect.
So if I pick this at 4, though, then I pretty much know that if I get any additional picks that I'm just going to get vetoed. So that's the kind of downside of it.
That's true.
I mean, unless you pick something good.
Yeah.
Well, no, but you guys know that this is my favorite movie, so anything that I would pick after it would be kind of impossible to justify.
Do you think
Not
that
really.
if you don't get any other picks, we would pick that movie?
Because, like, we
Well,
don't have
Greg
to
hasn't
agree.
seen
We don't
it,
have,
I don't think.
Yeah.
like, because it's your number 1 movie doesn't mean that we also agree that it's the number 1 movie.
Well, no, it doesn't mean that, but it does.
Your number 7 movie could be our number 1 movie or whatever.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if I pick it right now at number 4, then if I get additional picks, it's pretty much certain that those picks are going to get vetoed.
Well,
because
it's not certain that
it's not certain.
One of your additional picks could be
Because
our
you
number
like it-
1 movie.
you like
could
it
be your
less.
number 5 or your
Yeah,
number
exactly.
7, but our number like 2 or whatever.
yeah,
I'm
could
just
be.
saying that I think you should pick it right here.
I say do what you feel because
I mean, it fits in with my strategy if you pick it at number 4 here.
it fit in with my strategy if you didn't pick it at all.
So
I like how the audience. Yeah. Are you gonna be?
I'm happy that I've gotten a lot of picks, but getting them where they've come, like getting pick number 5 and pick number 4, those are weird.
You
Like,
might just have.
I would have been very happy if I got like pick number 4 and pick number 3.
But there's no way of knowing.
This is,
in this
yeah,
world.
I know.
So
So
ultimately, the
But
exact
you remember,
order,
actually,
You gotta be golden.
yeah, I know. But 4 seems so fucking low for this movie.
do what you feel.
But it is possible that I won't get any more picks.
Alright, I'm putting you on a timer.
Fuck.
You got 30 seconds.
Number 4.
Yep.
Well, the other movies I would consider, I honestly don't really give a fuck about. So
Exactly.
let's play jazz and go with K-pop Demon Hunters.
You gotta be golden.
I think it should be in the top 3. But whatever. This might be my last pick. So
Alright.
not happy with the numbers here.
Sorry, what was your pick again?
What did I say?
At number 4 is.
I don't remember what I picked.
What?
It was. I already deleted it. Yeah, I don't remember.
What you
K-pop
just
Demon
picked?
Hunters. What are you talking about?
So you did remember. That was a test. I thought you remembered.
Oh, jerk. Okay, talk about.
Oh,
your-
I'm the jerk.
Talk about the movie.
You pretended like you forgot, but then when I also pretended I forgot, I'm the jerk.
Yes.
I was following suit. Rick is trying to take my candy. So, anyway, K-pop Demon Hunters, I think, is the best movie of the decade, let alone the year.
Well, I don't know about all that.
You haven't seen it, have you?
I started to watch it today, but I only got like halfway in.
Okay, tell us why it's the best movie of the decade. I mean, you don't have to argue that, but just argue why it should be number 4 on this list.
First of all, it features a tour de force performance by Kevin James.
I thought that was him.
He's the only live-action character in the movie.
It's weird how he shows up.
Yeah.
And he's in the demon realm. He's like, what's going on over here, guys?
Oh,
Yeah.
so the K stands for Kevin James.
Yep. Yep. There's K-pop and there's J-pop, and that's why.
God, I hate you so much. Fuck. God, I hate that.
So the sequel is going to be J-pop Demon Hunters because of Kevin James's last name.
Yeah.
Okay, but actually talk about the movie a little bit.
So one of my favorite K-pop songwriters and producers is a guy named Teddy. He goes by just Teddy. I believe his full name is Teddy Park, but I could be wrong about that. In my opinion, he created the sound that made Blackpink famous, and he co-wrote and co-produced the first 2 songs in this movie, and in my opinion, they're both absolute bangers. I wish that they were Blackpink songs instead of being songs that are credited to an imaginary K-pop group. Blackpink would have had a much better comeback this year if...
But it's also Twice in the soundtrack, too, which is twice as better than Blackpink.
I don't think...
Sorry, not sorry.
I don't think Twice is better. Oh, you bitch. I think Twice is worse than Blackpink.
Well,
but
anyway, keep going about the movie itself, though.
the movie itself, I thought was just surprisingly good. I had put off watching it for a long time because I assumed it would be silly and, kind of made for kids. But I
mean, it is both of those things, but not in a bad way.
Yeah, not in a bad way. I thought that it's a good movie for adults.
Kind of like the Frozen of this year or whatever, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's a good comparison. It has good songs, it has a good story. It had, I thought, a surprising amount of insight into the nature of good and evil, which I wasn't expecting from an animated movie. And, just themes of friendship and overcoming obstacles, overcoming shame. Like, it deals with real issues.
I also like, so to just like pull off that now, is like, I watched it and I also loved it because the music is bangers upon bangers because K-pop is awesome. And I like a musical where the music makes sense that, like, in the movie itself, the characters are singing.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. A lot of times, like, musicals, they're like, okay, let's have this little break, and then the characters don't
It's about
care.
a band or whatever.
And then, like, no, it's about a band, and the singing actually makes sense with that's how they fight demons.
Yeah.
And
It doesn't make a ton of... They did write the movie that way. I don't know.
I know.
I'm not to fully
but
disagree.
every song that they sing
It's in universe or whatever.
in universe, yes.
Yeah.
It's in universe that they sing the songs. And I like when they at least have some explanation for that. And
Yeah.
one of the things that, like the big push of it is it deals with what celebrity is. It deals with how the power of K-pop, the power of, like, the stranglehold that some bands, some, like, themes, some pop stars have over society. And that's kind of
Does it get better in the second half?
What is it called? The thing that covers everything.
Oh yeah, I don't remember what
I
it's
don't
called.
remember what it's called.
Some
Yeah.
Korean word, presumably.
But, like, that's part of it, is just, like, we need control over the populace, and it's about control, and you have control from advertisements and from, like, the way that you get, like, tweens into it. And that's kind of a thing that it's arguing for and against as well. Like, it has a lot going on in a kind of simple cartoon movie.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and similar to what you touched on with the songs, I think that in a musical, for the songs, context is everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I had heard several of the songs from K-pop Demon Hunters before I saw the movie, and separated from the context of the movie, I thought the songs weren't as good. But then these songs I'd heard before, seeing them in the movie, they made so much more sense. They were so much better. They were just bangers in the context of the actual story.
I didn't listen to any of the songs outside of the movie.
Oh,
so,
you hadn't heard any
yeah,
of them?
that's good.
Okay. Yeah, I'd heard a few.
I feel like as far as musicals go, the songs seem, at least the ones that I've heard, I haven't heard all of them, seem pretty decent. I will say I'm not generally like a K-pop person, but I don't know, they were trying. They did their best. They weren't like, you know,
so what do you think is a
annoying.
better band out of these three? Blackpink, Twice, or Huntrix? Which one?
I don't know, Smash Mouth?
All right, on to the next one.
Well, no, I had more thoughts.
Oh, you did have more thoughts, okay.
Yeah, well, I think the interesting thing when I was trying to watch it today was sort of knowing that Jeff liked it so much. That's part of the reason I wanted to watch it, was like,
Aww.
I was trying to like, but I think it kind of colored the movie experience because I was trying to like filter it through Jeff in a way.
Always a good move.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe I didn't have the right vibe, or maybe I'm just a little bit of a hater or whatever, but like, yeah, I wasn't really loving it. I think maybe, I don't know, maybe just the like sort of idea of people like sort of being like inherently like just like better than everybody else kind of was like not the thing that I wanted to watch at that time. But
what do you mean inherently better than everyone else?
I mean,
well, like,
Huntrix
it's like
is
this
just
sort of-
better than everyone else.
yeah, sort of like the like stardom thing of like, oh, you know, they're a celebrity, so obviously they're like an inherently great person that can like fight demons with their voice or whatever.
Well, they weren't saying that all celebrities can fight demons.
That's
with
kind
their
of what it
voice.
was in. That's kind of the point of the movie too. Is that celebrity gives you power.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
That's what I was saying about the Hung Kun.
No, but not every celebrity has that power. It's literally only these three women. They explain at the beginning that in every generation there are three women whose voices.
I understand,
can
but
fend off
Yeah.
do you realize that some movies are about things that are beyond the explicit text of the
But
movie?
I guess my issue, and maybe it's resolved later or whatever, because I only watched the first half today, but it's fresh, the first half at least, is like I get that it's, you know, that it is what it is, but like I felt like why are these?
Han Moon, the Han Moon is what covers.
Oh sure, like what I don't know why.
Of course.
Like if this is the vibe of like being like the chosen, like the sort of like chosen one, like character is like, I don't know. It was kind of rubbing me the wrong way a little bit because I guess I want to see people like, I don't know, maybe it's just in the mood to watch someone struggle a little bit, if that makes sense.
So, what doesn't make sense to me is, do you just dislike superhero movies? Because the point of the three girls having voices that can fend off demons is basically that these three women have superpowers. And that doesn't mean they're better than everyone else. It just means that they're the ones who have superpowers.
But
Yeah,
every
but that's unrelated to like them being like pop stars though, or at least it's like not like 100% like, oh, they have superpowers, so therefore they're like everyone love. I guess I may have just like rubbed the wrong way by sort of like fandom, or like not fandom, but like stan culture or whatever, of just being like,
Sure.
I love this band so much, they can do no wrong or whatever.
I mean, I'm also rubbed the wrong way by not like, I don't know exactly how to say it, but when people are too enthusiastic as fans, that rubs me the wrong way. There can
I mean,
become
that's
like
a huge part of K-pop Demon Hunters too.
Yeah, I know, and
Yeah.
well, it's a huge part of K-pop in general. So it
Yes.
would have been dishonest not to work that into the world of the movie. To me, that I don't know, that didn't bother me.
All right, I think we went over it enough. I'm pulling the next card.
All
right. The next card is
Greg.
Greg.
Ooh, finally a nice movie.
So we're at what, number 3?
Number 3.
Alright, so...
Only one veto has been used. We're gonna...
Oh, it's gonna get wild.
Or we're just gonna all collectively agree with the top 3. That's gonna be perfect.
Well,
Yeah,
I could have just vetoed more.
yeah. Well, I mean, a big part of what we're doing here is we're just experimenting with this draft format.
No, everything was experimentation.
I guess for number 3, I'll just go with, I'll go with, Avatar 3, The Way of Water, not The Way of Water, Fire and Ash. Well,
The
maybe
Way
I'll
of Farang.
prefer, The Way of Water a little bit, but...
Alright, talk about Fire and Ash a little bit.
Yeah, to me, I mean, it's just some quality, like, epic storytelling. You know, reminds me of, like Return of the King. Even though, like, the literal plot elements are very different. The vibe I sort of got in the back of my head was, like, this kind of reminds me, like, when I saw Return of the King for the first time, or whatever. And, I don't know, I feel like James Cameron is a master of, like, making everything, like, very clear-cut and sort of understandable and digestible, even when there's all these, like, strange elements and things going on. Even without, like, thinking about it, you're just like, oh, I know what this does, I know what this, like, machine does, I know what this, like, creature does, I know where everything is, kind of, and what everyone wants, and, like, just, like, like, it seems like maybe, like, not that big of an ask in a way, but, like, when you're making kind of, like, such a big movie with so much stuff in it, just the fact that you're just, like, alright, I can feel and understand all of these things, you know, I get what everyone's goals are, I get whatever, you know, and also just, like, you know, I like the... Like the villain arc of, like, Varang and Quaritch this time around. Obviously it continues to look great. All the movies are amazing visually, and yeah, you know, always excited. I hope you know there's 4 and 5 and however many more Avatar movies.
So a lot of times I'm like, describe the movie a little bit, and that's impossible. So don't. One. It's Avatar. It's just... And 2, it's just one of the things that you were saying. And that we keep talking about the movie. It's just so many plot threads. You can't give like 2-sentence synopsis because it's so fucking huge. And on to like me talking about it. Like I also love the movie. I think 3 is a perfect spot for it. Because it is just everything that you want in a sci-fi epic. It's just well thought out. It has so many narratives that are going along with it, and they all feel real. They all feel fully fleshed out. And not just to say, going back to, like, why we go to movies in theaters. It looks and sounds absolutely beautiful. It's a different experience than you can ever get watching Netflix.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It literally takes you to another planet. And I will follow James Cameron till the end of the earth and past it. And I love Avatar as well. So I'm not vetoing it. 3.
Did you get anything pierced? Either of you after seeing it?
What if I were a giant whale?
Did you watch Avatar?
No, I've only seen the first one.
Well, there were giant whales that had some jewelry.
So
Yeah,
was the
whale
giant
jewelry.
whale from the third one?
There's whales in the second and third one.
Okay.
Yeah. So
'Cause I just assumed that one was from the second one.
The second they take place like back to back, so there's a lot of
you
the
first
same
see the giant
characters.
whales in number 2, and then in number 3 you see like the
And
So
there's
the-
more whales in
the
number 3.
Tolkien.
There's kind of more of everything, though.
The Tolkien are what the whales are called, and then they say that the Tolkien never stop growing as they age,
Oh,
and
cool.
they could just keep living if they don't get killed. And then so you see the matriarch, and she is like 100 times the size of the previous one, and she has
Damn.
like these like banners pierced into her whaleness, and it's
Huh.
cool.
Interesting.
So yes, there are some piercings.
They should have
Giant
stuck
whale
with the
piercings.
original title. It was going to be called Avatar: Whale of a Time.
Yeah, well, it was a whale of a time.
That would have been nice. So I have not seen it, therefore I don't have an opinion, and it seems reasonable.
All right, not gonna veto it.
Nah. I'm
All
saving my vetoes for movies that I actively hate.
All right, well,
Oh, it's my pick? Alright. Get one in the middle here. And it's another Greg pick.
Ooh.
Rick, you've gotten very few picks.
I
Have you
have.
only had 2?
Correct.
Oh, well
But
played.
both mine were out of left field, and I thought they would be vetoed, and they weren't. And so I'm happy that they they're on
Alright,
the
so
list.
we're in the top 2 now.
top two.
Yep, number
top two's
2.
booze.
Number 2.
There's a few movies that I wouldn't mind having in here.
I
I guess I'll just make like it maybe the obvious pick and just go with Sinners, I suppose.
all right. Talk about Sinners.
You know, it was it just feels like a high quality movie, shot on film or whatever. Michael B. Jordan, you know, was killing it as playing twins. Sometimes literally or whatever. You know, it has a lot of the setting is very interesting. You know, obviously, there's vampires. That's neat. That's neat.
do you want to give a one-sentence explanation? I guess we haven't really done it for the past few because these are all the biggest movies of the year. So never mind. You don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe if I'm explaining why or justifying why I'm picking it, I mean, just felt like a good time at the movies. You know, it's kind of one of those movies that feels like, yeah, this is what, you know, going to the cinema should be like.
The cinema spelled Sinema.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Thanks.
Right.
I think that's a perfect pick for number 2. I think exactly like it's what a movie could be. Like Ryan Coogler was given a blank check to just kind of make his movie, and he made a movie that was different than anything else that was out there. Like, so this makes, like, I had this thought recently when people have been talking about this for like Best Picture. I always hate the sentiment of who is this for, asking as if like there is a niche, there's a available space, and it needs to be filled with something. And I always hate that because I don't want movies to just be like, okay, the audience wants this kind of thing, so you make that one thing that the audience wants. I want someone to do the opposite of who is this for. Who is this for is for the director. And I like watching movies that are like, who is this for? Nobody. It was for Ryan Coogler. It was for him to make his own movie. And it was not audience driven at all. It wasn't, it's the opposite of what any like screen test would have liked. It is just him being his weirdness and putting that on screen, and it makes me see something different again. That I just want to see more different things from interesting directors doing their own art.
I mean, it does certainly have like a distinct vibe. I do believe that he was trying to make a movie that general people would like. I don't know.
Sure, but you understand what I mean. But like, by who is this for? Because usually, who is this for reads to me of like,
It wasn't for literally everyone, I suppose.
Exactly.
But it does
It's for
feel
him.
like a fairly crowd-pleasing movie, though.
Sure. Anyway, I just liked it because it felt very different to me. That's all.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jeff, your thoughts?
I thought it was pretty good. I'm not as over the moon about it as it seems a lot of people are, but yeah, I thought it was high quality. I enjoyed it. I would watch it again. I only saw it once. I felt like it actually got worse when they introduced the horror element of it. I thought it was kind of better as a period piece, which is often, I guess, how I feel with period piece horror movies. I felt the same way about the movie Pearl, which I saw recently. I was more into it as a period piece, and then the horror part, I was like, oh, I wish this had just been a movie about a farm girl in 1918 who dreams of becoming a dancer in silent films. Like, there's something nice about that.
I agree with Pearl in that way.
And I kind of felt the same way, to a lesser extent, though, about Sinners, where, like, if it were just a period piece about these twins from down south opening up a juke joint, and there were no horror element, like, I'm on board for that story to be told. And I think we've talked about it in a previous podcast, so I don't need to rehash it any more than that.
Alright, so not vetoing it?
No, if I had to pick number 2, I think I would have also picked Sinners.
I mean,
So-
it is a collective sense.
Yeah.
Alright, the last pick.
Oh yeah, because yeah.
Oh, Jeff.
Jeff! Oh,
Hell
oh
yeah.
no, alright.
Hell yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right, motherfuckers.
The number one pick of the year.
All right, motherfuckers. So obviously, the number one movie of 2025 is Death of a Unicorn.
Say what
like
you want
that
about
movie.
it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
It's an original story. Much like Sinners, it was one artist's vision, completely uncompromised. It is the story of a dad and his daughter who are going to meet with a pharmaceutical CEO, I believe. The dad is an accountant, and they're gonna like hash out some work shit, like at this secluded, call it a mansion, I guess. Estate is probably a better word. And on the way there, they accidentally hit a unicorn on the road, and it turns out the unicorn has all of these magical powers. It cures shit, like basically just by coming into contact with its blood. And of course, the pharmaceutical CEO wants to harness the power of the unicorn for like making life-saving drugs. Not so much out of the goodness of his heart, but to maximize profits. And anyway, it turns out unicorns are super vengeful creatures, and these motherfuckers end up getting attacked by unicorns. It turns into like an action horror movie with a good amount of comedy, and I just thought it was really good. I enjoyed it all the way through. I was like, I wish there were more movies like this still being made they're fun, they're high quality without taking themselves too seriously, and are just an original story that somebody dreamt up. So, that's my pick. Death of a Unicorn.
I thought it was a pretty good time. It was funny. And,
Well, before you say anything, I want to
So I
say
guess
more about
that's
it,
the
but I'm going to
podcast.
use a veto on it.
Let me ask you this. Now that it turns out I did actually get 3 picks in the top 5,
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys have accepted Death of a Unicorn at number 5?
No.
No?
is that where Playdate was?
That was where Wake Up Dead Man was.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
I would have vetoed it on this list.
Anywhere on the list you would have vetoed Death of a Unicorn?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Or no, I probably wouldn't have if you put it where Playdate was.
I mean, there's
Okay.
no way that it's. I mean, It has to be better than Playdate.
It has to be better than Playdate. But,
Although
okay.
maybe Playdate is secretly great.
Okay,
you
but
could say.
Playdate is secretly great. They
Greg,
should have called
do
it
you-
Play Great.
Greg,
Yeah.
do you want to talk about the movie a little bit? Even though
I
it's
thought it
vetoed,
was
but-
pretty fun. The Will Poulter character.
He was so funny.
Yeah,
He
had
was
a
just
lot
like
of good
coked up all the
laughs.
time, right?
Yeah.
He just-
Oh,
oh,
he's
no.
the actor who played the son.
Yeah, no, right.
Okay.
He wasn't coked up. He was the one who tried to do the
Yeah, he
unicorn.
snorted the ground up unicorn horn.
He was the
Yeah.
only character I liked. Everyone else sucked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but the movie had like it was a fun time. It had a few like good laughs in it for sure, and a few like brutal unicorn kills.
Yeah.
It was
Yep.
kind of a bit all over the place, but kind of in an enjoyable, fun way, I guess.
I saw it at the beginning of the year, so I don't fully remember it. But the things I remember is it had Paul Rudd in it, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
And I remember it misused him,
yeah.
and
Paul Rudd's character wasn't the best,
and it
but-
showed me why I think that what's her name, Wednesday Addams, is not actually a good actor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean she's never been a good actor. Her role should.
Jenna Ortega, she
Yeah.
was bad in it.
Jenna Ortega.
She was so bad.
Yeah,
she
the
played.
sort of like straight characters in the movie are not the most interesting.
Ugh.
Jenna Ortega played Paul Rudd's daughter. She was miscast, I admit. That the daughter should have been played by Kevin James.
Yeah, that would have been
I
nice.
I remember liking the movie more than I expected to, because I expected it to be absolute trash, and it was enjoyable. Not worthy of being top 10.
So, not worthy of being the #1 movie of 2025.
No.
All right, let me ask you guys this: if the cards had come out differently, would either of you have vetoed K-pop Demon Hunters as #1, or would you have allowed it?
I mean, it
I
doesn't.
probably would have.
I mean,
but
you can't say that because I don't know what else would have come up. If my #1 pick would have already come up, then I wouldn't have.
Like, I
But
guess if like more of the movies that I wanted to have were already on the list, that would be whatever.
I mean,
yeah.
it can't be no. But
I
I don't.
agree that it cannot. Be
I
#1.
don't think K-pop could be #1, but I think it's top 5 for sure. All right.
So I'm glad that K-pop and Deadman are both in the top 5. I wish they were a bit higher, but
And that's me. Okay.
oh yeah, that's you. So Rick, #1 movie.
I'm going to
2025.
be boring, and I'm going to pick the one that it's my favorite movie of the year. Everyone says it's the best movie of the year. It's one battle after another. Sorry, I'm boring. It is just my favorite movie of the year.
Why?
So, one battle after another. I love movies that pull me in and lock me in to the movie. This one, the cold open, as you could call it, was 45 minutes long. And I was engaged at the edge of my seat, white knuckling, for 45 minutes before I was allowed to take a breath, because I was so engaged with what was going on and with the characters that I just could not disengage myself from it. Even like I love movies. I watch movies all the time. I watch movies in theaters so I don't get distracted and everything. But even doing all that, my mind wanders sometimes. I get pulled away to other things in my brain. This movie, start to finish, had me so engaged. And then, after the first 45 minutes, when I first was able to, take a breath and, reassess how it was, then you start thinking about the movie in terms of how it reflects on current society. And then I kept thinking about how it's actually crazy that this movie is so pivotal to right now. Movies take years to develop, and it felt like the movie was developed, weeks ago. Not months or years ago, because it felt like just so pivotal to right now. And that's just to say the way the directing and writing is. And then you go back and then you talk about the acting of it. Leo DiCaprio is one of his best performances ever because he does like the certain thing that only Leo does super well is feeling very competent because he thinks he's competent, but you can see through the movie that he actually is just trying to scramble the whole movie and not ever being able to fully compose himself. And having him being the character you follow feels so realistic, because trying to get through society right now and trying to get through all the problems that are going on, you think you have everything together, and then you're constantly fumbling around through everything, and you're just like, no, but this is actually really important. You want to keep striving forward throughout this, but you feel like everything is falling apart. But then there are some spots that make you slow down and be with Leo when he talks to his daughter, and then when he talks to Benicio del Toro, and he's like, okay, I have these other people in my life that I can feel like centered with, and then you're just thrust into something else, thrust into one battle after another. It's just constant anxiety, and you're there with a anxious, unreliable person throughout the whole thing, and that's the way society feels right now. And yeah, kind of just anyway, that's why I like the movie.
I'm glad that you got to say your piece before I vetoed it.
You're really gonna veto it?
Yeah. So we all saw this movie together, and I thought it was mid. I think you guys both gave it 5 stars. I gave it 3. I haven't used any of my vetoes, so I'm playing the game now to see like what else you got. I was in it at the beginning. It was intense when I'm sorry, by the way.
No. I didn't. Just saying it again, like talking through it, made me realize how much I like the movie. Like not thinking about it for a while, but now talking through it, I'm like, fuck, that was a good movie.
Yeah, now you know how I feel about Mountainhead.
Yeah, it is interesting. So, like, even if I also picked it, Jeff could use his second veto on me.
I could.
To guarantee that some other movie gets the #1 spot.
Yeah. I'm worried, though, because there are definitely movies that I liked less of. But I'm so curious to see what happens. Like, if I didn't have any vetoes left, I'd be like, one battle after another, whatever, I can live with it. But I do have vetoes, and it's possible that we can get to a point where all of us are out of vetoes, and it's just going to be one card, and whoever gets the pick can get whatever
one
they
card
want.
after another.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we'll
That's
try
great.
to show the card. I'm kind of interested to see where this
Do you want to say anything more about it, or should we just draw the card and see what happens before anybody else talks about it?
I think probably everyone's already seen it.
But one thing the only thing I like about your veto is that this is the most basic bitch pick for '1 because it's the best movie.
Yeah, it
here.
is the obvious pick, and it's probably gonna win Best Picture and whatever. And
Anyway.
And I love the idea of it not just being our #1, but not even being on our list. I think that's very funny. All right, so
Did you see that scene where he tried to jump from one roof to another and he just fucking fell down?
That was quite funny.
yeah, that's pretty funny. But I mean, that was like Kevin James could have done that.
That is true. Kevin James could have done that.
I mean, #1
Although
movie.
it'd be more expected of Kevin James.
That's true, because Kevin James is such a good actor. I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio, as good as he is, was miscast. I think it should have been a Kevin James movie.
Yeah, just like all the movies on the list, and of 2025 in general.
All right,
Yeah,
flip
pretty
the
much.
next card.
All right, so the #1 pick now goes to, and Rick, it could be you again.
It could be anyone.
It could be anyone, but it's me.
Alright.
All right. The #1 movie of the year, obviously, The number one movie of 2025.
I really have no idea what it's
I
going
have zero clue.
Oh, what do I want to go with? Because ideally, I want to go with something that you guys are not going to veto.
That's actually impossible.
That probably is impossible. As long as you guys have vetoes, I think at this point you're just going to veto me out of spite.
I mean, unless you just pick one battle, just to veto me, just so
Oh,
you
that's
can have the
true. I
number
could
one.
pick it.
That would be funny.
That would be pretty funny. But I'm not going to do that. Alright. The number one movie of 2025 is... I have two choices here.
Just go for it, because you know it's not going to be sticking.
Yeah, I know for a fact it's not going to be sticking, so I'm going to go...
Just say...
Except... This
Just say what your heart is, just so you
Well,
can...
this could work out, though, that I end up getting a pick when all the vetoes have been used up. So would I want to save this movie when you guys could not veto it? Because
Sure.
I think this would be the funniest possible pick for number one.
Alright, go for it. Go for it.
I'm going to go for it now, because maybe you won't veto it. The best movie of 2025 is... Naked Gun.
I did kind of like the Naked Gun. I thought you were going to try to put it in that play date spot.
I like Naked Gun a lot.
Yeah, Naked Gun was it was surprisingly good. So it works. Here's my defense for it being the best movie of the year. It works as a reboot and also as a sequel, which is tough to pull off. The Liam Neeson character, I believe, was the son of the Leslie Nielsen character from previous movies.
Yeah.
And going off of what I said earlier about, I think comedies should optimize for laughs and nothing else. Naked Gun had a lot of jokes per minute, and I thought that almost all of them landed. It was like a really impressive percentage, I thought, of successful jokes. I saw it with Greg in the theater. Rick, did you see it in the theater?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it made me so happy to see it in a theater because it had enough action in it that it felt like a big screen popcorn movie. And I think a lot of people feel that there haven't been a lot of like good theatrical comedies in recent years. And it just felt really...
True.
It felt really fun, didn't it, just to go out? We saw it at like 10 p.m. or something, like on a Sunday night. And it just felt really fun to go out to the theater late at night and just see a really well-made comedy.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. Maybe the exact percentage of the jokes that landed for me is maybe slightly lower, although it was, solidly funny throughout, I will say. And, I don't know, it almost had that, special sauce. I feel like maybe it's not, I wouldn't say it's, the funniest movie, maybe it's the funniest movie that I've seen in a while, at least, because, like you said, there hasn't been that many theatrical comedies lately. And it is kind of refreshing to have a movie that literally is only focused on comedy. Like, there's kind of barely even a plot, and there's really nothing else to it. But I don't know. I assume Rick is planning on vetoing it anyway. But
I mean, you could
I thought
veto
it was a
it.
solid movie. Yeah, but I think I like it more than Rick does.
Well, I really liked it in the theater. I mean, I'm going to veto it, but yes.
You don't think it's the number one movie of 2025?
I liked it for the reasons that you said, that it was really fun in the theater. Like, I laughed a lot. And then every day afterwards, I looked at my rating on Letterboxd. I'm like, it wasn't actually that good. I just missed that environment,
Okay. Kind of what I said, like the environment of going out to see like a fun action comedy in a theater kind of thing. Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah, so
yeah.
What I did want to say about that is, for me, to go see a movie with friends and it's a comedy and it's in the theater, and it's just really funny and fun.
Yeah.
The underlying sort of more important thing about that to me is it just makes me feel like the world is good.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's definitely the funniest movie I saw in the year, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no Playdate.
Yeah. I mean, now we're just looking at Playdate. I'm like,
Yeah,
all right.
I should have saved Playdate for number
Yeah,
one.
I mean, the only reason I didn't veto Playdate is because I assumed Rick would.
I wanted to not. I
But maybe
wanted
it's
to give
nice.
Jeff one
It's
movie
really
that
good.
was like,
I,
a movie I hadn't seen.
Yeah, I
you know?
feel kind of bad because I.
But
I
now I
also
realize
didn't
that
see the
Jeff
other
had
movie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks, and I've gotten 3, and 1 was vetoed.
So
So I
I
should have vetoed you more.
I only had 6 movies that I wanted to talk about, and I got to talk about all 6. So I'm actually very happy.
Then you could have just left one battle and let.
Well,
Okay.
then I wouldn't have gotten to talk about Naked Gun.
All right,
Alright.
Greg, flip it up.
Alright, who is it? Oh, it's Rick.
It's Rick.
What are you gonna...
What do you got?
I mean, I'm not upset with picking this movie. I really like the movie. I'm just upset that I have to pick one. I'm gonna pick another movie that again everybody is talking about for Best Picture. I go with the public with a lot of this, and I'm talking about my boy Timmy Chalamet and Marty Supreme.
Yeah, that movie.
Did you see Martin Supremer?
Martin
Martin
Supremer.
Supremer.
His full Christian name. I have not seen Martin Supremer.
So Marty Supreme is a movie that is a Safdie brother, or not? I guess not Safdie brothers. It's just Josh Safdie, and the Safdies are known for having movies that are just all anxiety, and you follow a character like so. It's Good Time, Uncut Gems, and this movie that all feel the same way, where you follow a character and they just constantly make choices that are not always the best choices, and then you just keep following them through this stream of consequences that happen to them. Marty Supreme is about Timothée Chalamet, who plays this guy who is a expert ping pong player, and he just knows he's better than everyone else and just needs to compete at the highest level, and right away he loses the world championship.
Spoilers.
It happens in first half an hour that he loses the world championship.
And then he has to spend the rest of the time training for the next big tournament. Right?
Spoiler.
Yeah, except for no, he does no training. He just
Oh, he doesn't do that at all. That's great.
right. He doesn't do. There's one scene that he kind of trains, but no, he just the first half an hour he just keeps doing things, and you're like, oh, this is a funny decision that he made, and then the next 2 hours after that, you're like, oh, all these repercussions from the decisions that I made.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy that they came
Oh,
to
no,
bite me in the ass.
Oh no, the consequences of my own actions.
Yeah.
Greg, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
watched
thought
it.
it was pretty nice.
It's-
I
I mean,
must say I'm not the... I was never the biggest Uncut Gems fan. Although I do appreciate a movie that makes me feel things, even if it's not what I really want to be feeling, I guess. So I can at least say that the movie was effective, but I'm not sure it's a movie that I will ever watch again anytime soon. Although it's a little bit more laid back than Uncut Gems, maybe for me.
I do actually want to watch it again, right now, because it's so.
But it's very visceral, I
Yeah.
guess, and And I mean, yeah, I appreciate it. I don't know. I guess, but it's one of those movies that I feel like I appreciate more than I actually like. If that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like, oh, I can see what you're doing, but it's not. It's not like that enjoyable in a way. But I do appreciate that. Usually, like if a movie's like kind of a tough watch, it's like it's so like either like it's kind of slow or just look really sad or whatever. Those are kind of the emotions that you tend to feel in sort of like an Oscar movie that's maybe not that much of a fun watch. But this movie is very much just like anxiety. Like that's the emotion that he's trying to make you feel like throughout
I mean,
most
some
of it.
parts you're having fun with.
Yeah, there's
Marty.
some fun. There's some fun too.
And also
had.
Timothy Chalamet. This might be my favorite thing I've ever seen him in.
But yeah, it's I do. It is, for this movie and also Uncut Gems, which I guess are the only Safdie movies I've seen. I am glad that I watched them both in a theater because that's the sort of movie that I would have to like pause and walk away from and like come back to if I were watching it by myself, which would have like diminished the effectiveness of it for sure. But like, there's no way I wouldn't have been like, all right, I'm just gonna stop this for now and just settle down and then maybe continue it later or whatever.
Oh,
So the fact that I was locked in, just kind of having
should
to
have
sit
watched
there.
that movie. We should watch Marty Supreme last night instead.
On mushrooms.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I haven't seen it yet. I might be down for watching Marty Supreme on mushrooms.
You
would,
want to die?
that would be heinous.
All right, so that was my pick for number one. Either of you veto?
No, I'm not gonna veto it because I haven't seen it, and unlike some people, I don't know, I wouldn't want to veto something that I haven't even seen.
I let you go with Playdate.
I know, but
Yeah, that was kind of a mistake.
some people famously veto things that they've never seen.
Greg, you could veto it and
I
get
don't-
one battle, theoretically.
Yeah, but whatever. We talked about it anyway, so who cares?
All right, the
Let's
official.
leave it at that.
All right. So I guess we are wrapped up in our top 10 movies of 2025. Number 10, Warfare. Number 9, Zootopia 2. Number 8, 20 Years Later. Number 7, Playdate. Number 6, Together. Number 5, Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery. Number 4, K-Pop Demon Hunters. Number 3, Avatar, Fire and Ash. Number 2, Sinners. Number 1, Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
I think, given how random and chaotic this draft format was, and also given just kind of our different tastes in movies, I think that's actually about the best list we could have hoped for.
I mean, it's about as weird as, like, the top 25
Yeah.
25 list ended up being or whatever.
I mean, it is just, obviously it's weird that nobody mentioned One Battle After Another. That's not on the list at
nobody
all.
even tried to.
No.
No one tried to get that on
I
there.
I'm happy I gave my most impassioned speech ever.
Does
Yeah.
anyone have any movies that they weren't mentioned that maybe they would have been in, they would have
Yeah.
liked to have on there?
Yeah, Greg, do you want to start off with your honorable mentions?
For my honorable mention, I want to shout out The Long Walk.
I was finding a place for that too. To talk about it for a bit.
I wanted to get it on the list because it was a movie that surprised me a lot. Because it didn't really seem like it was gonna be that exciting, and or like from the trailer, it was like, it's probably whatever movie. But then like the experience, it's the movie probably where like my expectation, like shifted, or maybe not my expectation, but it's the movie that surprised me the most that I watched in 2025, I guess, where like I liked it, and just because I thought it was well acted and directed and all that, but also I wasn't expecting for my like sort of position going into it to change, where like I was looking at it purely from sort of like I was looking at The Long Walk from like a game theory perspective or whatever.
Yeah.
And when characters don't, necessarily look at it that way, at first I'm like, well, they're just being idiots. But then, like, I sort of come around to their perspective over the course of the movie, and I'm like, yeah, maybe the way that they, they're like the worldview of the movie or the characters kind of rubbed off on me a little bit. So I don't know. I just thought it was it had more, more interesting ideas than I expected, and more just sort of food for thought than I expected.
So for mine...
Before we move on, I did just want to say The Long Walk is the one movie this year that I really wanted to see that I never did see.
It's good. I mean, I think you would like it. So, I mean, I want to quick...
I will say, I don't know what Jeff will like, so that seems like a bold claim. Just for any movie.
My one I want to shout out that I want to talk about a little bit is Begonia.
Okay.
It was very weird, and I feel like I want to be on the Yorgos Lanthimos train more, and sometimes it's a little bit too far, and sometimes I'm like locked in that movie. While watching the movie, I went from loving it to hating it to loving it to hating it.
Okay.
And so I ended up with it as a 4.5 on Letterboxd.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's one of the movies that I keep thinking about that I want to watch again, because I'm like, I kind of feel like I love that movie. But did you watch it?
I did. I saw it in a theater. I saw it at Lagoon.
Yeah. It's really weird.
Yeah. I would put Begonia, for me, I would put it in the same category as Weapons.
Another perfect one to shout out. Yep, exactly.
Those were both movies to me that I only gave them 3 stars out of 5. I'm kind of stingy with my stars.
Yeah.
But Begonia and Weapons were both movies that stuck with me, where I'm like, I could live to be 200 and I'm never going to forget this movie, even if I never see it again.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me is quite an achievement in filmmaking, I would say.
So
I think both those movies were movies that I was kind of excited to see, and I liked them both pretty well, but neither of them really met or exceeded my expectations. Really, they're both just kind of like, yeah, that was pretty good. Kind of how I felt. I don't know. Like, yeah, could have maybe it's not the, for my money, maybe not the perfect version of those tales, but they were both interesting, certainly.
Another one quick shout
out. It would
out.
have been perfectly reasonable for me to include, maybe they're not like top 5 movies, but they're movies that would be happy to have in the top 10, maybe.
Yeah. So another quick shout out. I was thinking about putting these on. I think it was a pretty good year for comic book movies. Superman was great. Thunderbolts was great. I really like Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts is another that I didn't see.
Early, in the top half, I was thinking about putting Thunderbolts on, because I think it got washed away, but it was a good comic book movie. And Fantastic Four, it had a lot of faults, but I think...
Yeah, I didn't love that one as much.
And I think technically some Red Hulk movie came out this year, but so we had 4...
I didn't love that movie.
We had 4 comic book movies this year. One was absolute dog trash, and then one was okay, and 2 were pretty good. And so I think Superman was a really good reinvigoration for the DC, and Thunderbolts was really good invigoration for Marvel. So I just want to shout out those for this year.
Yeah, I was pretty... I tend to be more polite on my rankings, and I only had 3 2-star movies, and Captain America was one of them.
Yeah, that was a terrible movie.
What was the other one?
The Electric State and Now You Three Me.
Yeah, Now You Three Me sucked.
Yeah.
All right, any other last minute 25 shout-outs?
Yeah, one of the movies that I gave 4 stars to, mostly just because I like the franchise a lot, was Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. And I rewatched probably the first 2/3 of it over the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a lot really well, like tying stuff in from previous movies that like you wouldn't have thought possible, like bringing stuff back from the very first movie in 1996 in a way that felt really satisfying. I don't remember down the stretch as much. I feel like there was some stuff maybe in like the final act that I might have found less satisfying.
Bring back that one guy from the knife scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Because there was even a line.
What was his name?
I don't remember his name. Well, his name doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the
But
point.
it's just funny.
But there was even a line back in the very first movie where they said something like "send his ass to the North Pole" or something.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
That's fun.
So
He's been hanging out at the North Pole.
yeah, so it made it actually seem like it was intentionally set up almost 30 years ago, and like it just felt like a really satisfying payoff to me.
It's a good payoff for the final Mission Impossible movie because it's definitely going to be the last Mission Impossible
Yeah,
movie,
there for
right?
sure won't be any more.
Yes.
Are there already plans to make more?
I thought this was going to be the last one.
I mean,
Like,
it's
implied that there's gonna
it's
be
supposed
more.
to be, but I mean, I'm assuming there's probably
I mean,
going to be.
They don't like
They
cutting
can't
off
stop.
things that make money. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't know what the box office was for that, but I thought it was okay. I mean, it's probably probably in the bottom half at least for Mission Impossible movies. But
Yeah, I mean, I felt like the last two both were not as good as the previous three.
No, the
the
Last Reckoning Part 1 I thought was pretty good.
I mean, I thought it was pretty good, but I felt personally that Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and Fallout were kind of the
it
best
felt
three.
like that's kind of when the series felt like it was most in the pocket.
Okay, I'm just gonna shout out a couple movies and literally just say the names of them.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry Baby. If I Had Legs I'd Kick You. Jay Kelly. Good Fortune.
I thought you didn't like Jay Kelly.
I did. And Blue Moon.
Uh-huh.
Those are my ones that I just want to throw out as those are other 4-star movies that I think were important. Especially Blue Moon. Blue Moon was great. It's just a very artsy movie, but
I don't think I know anything about Blue Moon.
yep, I just want to say those into the ether because
Okay.
yeah.
So that anyone who's listening can look them up if they want to.
Yes, those are movies I'd recommend.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What about The Gorge? That's
The George is pretty good too.
That's a gorgeous movie.
Oh, I forgot about The Gorge. I never saw that.
All right, well, rather than us just keep rambling on, I think that's a good place to end it. So, thank you for listening to the Only Movie Podcast.
I just want to remind them what they saw. This was our top 10 of 2025.
Top 10 of 2025. And then next week, / next 2 weeks, or next time we do it, we're going to do some verses. Something versus another thing with another double reverse draft because we think that's fun.
Very fun.
Anyway, as always, I'm Rick.
I'm world-class Las Vegas magician Jeff Paul.
I'm Greg Orange, and as always, my address is Avenue.
Stay safe. Happy 2026.
Stay sexy.